All right, welcome back to a brand new video of the Targeted Individual Program, Targeted Individual Experience. Well, as I said, the New York Predator Department. Oh, look at the two perps. Look at the perps standing there. And they see me, they start walking off. They're walking towards me now. I'm telling you, perps are never, there's never a shortage of perps, right? Male perps, female perps, even using kids as perps. And when I say perps, I mean those who perpetrate the psychological crime against us TIs, right? Those who participate in the psychological harassment, of course, using young kids. That's what they'll always revert back to at times, right? Fix my gloves here. Yeah, that's what this is what they'll do. And again, I show you guys time and time again how they will, if they expose some of these adults, they will start to send primarily teenagers, young children, all right, not young kids, young children. Still got to get rid of, you've been used to saying the word kid so many times, and you go look at the definition of what a kid is, and that's a baby goat, okay? All right, so they'll use young children or young child or what have you. I remember too, I talked about this a long time ago when I found out about psychological priming, particularly when it comes to the use being attacked with direct energy weapons, right? So direct energy weapons. And it talks about particularly psychological priming, how children as young as, I think it was 15 months or 18 months, something like that, can be primed, right? Meaning that they can psychologically program the mind of a child, and that child wouldn't even know, because remember, it's a child, right? So there is at a certain, once that child comes into some level of consciousness, they're able to manipulate that child consciousness, right? They call it priming, So again, like I said, we're talking about people who are experts and have expertise in many different fields, working within the U.S. government. We know the military, of course. We know the CIA, of course, heavily involved in studying the human mind, right? We know they've engaged in mind control experiments, and they still do today, right? But it now falls under the banner of cognitive warfare, right? And I talk about how the U.S. gets so good at psychological manipulation. When you think about it, just think about it, right? How the U.S. and Britain has been able to, on Australia, right? The three most, what they call the Five Eyes, those countries have engaged in some of the most racist agenda on the planet. And particularly I talk about when I talk about how they use black people as test subjects. Not just a black person or a group of black individuals. See, kids again. Right? Hey, be careful, young man. I tried to move out of his way, and he walked towards me and bumped into me. All right? Again, this is what the passive aggression and using children, this is what they do. Right? I move out of the way so they can pass. And the kid walk right next to me and bump me. I'm telling you, man, this is the stuff that they do. Constantly trying to, like I said, for a lot of people in the society who they've attacked psychologically and labeled as mentally ill and criminalized them, right? It's covert psychological and covert warfare. And they have taught this to the civilian population, particularly within the churches, particularly these predator officers and these in the military. They are involved within the church. They are involved with the churches. Okay, not all of them, right? But most of them. right? Just like the Catholic Church. We know the Catholic Church has secret organizations that assassinate people, right? that engage in silencing people who speak the truth about Roman Catholicism, right? I was watching this Dr. Francesca, I forgot her last name, but she wrote a book, which I have. What's it called? The Body of God or something like that, I think it's called. And she's talked about how they were threatening her. You know, some of the most vile threats, because again, you know, all historians and scholars, biblical scholars, who find out the truth, they're being threatened, their livelihood taken away. You know what I'm saying? So some of them pretend to believe in Christianity because they know if they don't, that you know, they will not have, you know what I'm saying, their life will be destroyed. Anyhow, talk to you guys in the next video.